Alright, challenges are fun, but I wanted to see how much I realistically read in a week, because the reality is, I have a full-time regular job, I have other things that I need to get done, I have other hobbies, I have friends, I have to take care of myself. But at the same time, reading makes me really happy and it helps me recharge. So I'm counting up all the pages that I read this week, and we'll see how it goes. It's Sunday, so chillest day of the week. I've got a couple errands to run, I've got food to make, normal things. But to read, I have King of Battle and Blood. This is by Scarlett St. Clair, and I am 68% of the way through this one. I'm really liking it so far. Okay. And then I've got The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, because the movie comes out in a couple months, so I wanted to get through it. The first 200 pages, I read it on audiobook or listened to it on audiobook, and I honestly really like the audiobook. But now they're starting to get into the actual Hunger Games, and that I really want to take the time to sit down and read it physically, because I just want that experience for this book. So it's kind of weird to have it in the POV of someone that's not actually in the Hunger Games, just someone who's watching them, or I mean, he's a mentor, but still, he's like on the outside. But it's really hit or miss if I read a lot on Saturdays or Sundays, because they're my only off days, so usually I have a ton of other stuff to get done, like just normal human being things. And for this week, since it's supposed to be realistic, I'm not gonna put any pressure on myself to read more. So some days, maybe I won't read it all, who knows, we'll see what happens. But day one. Okay, so I kind of just like went in to a little editing hole for most of the day today. But here and there, I would pick up my books and I would read a little bit of them just to kind of break it up a little bit so it wasn't so overwhelming. And now, while I'm meal prepping for the week, I'm listening to more of the audiobook for the Hunger Games book. So it's going well. I don't know how many pages I've read, so I'll have to count them up after this. Or I guess maybe I'll count them up tomorrow, because I'll probably read before I go to bed too. I know the audiobook is gonna skew it a little bit because it's faster and more consistent than I am at reading, because I get distracted a lot. But hey, any advantage I can get, I will take it. It's making me so excited to go see the movie though. I'm like reliving how the Hunger Games made me feel when the first ones came out. Oh my God, I look so greasy. I am so greasy. I hope you can hear me, but I'm on the way home from work. I look like the Hamburglar today. To and from work, I've been listening to my audiobook for Songbirds and Snakes. One gripe that I have about this book is actually something that the Hunger Games did really well. There was one song in it that Jennifer Lawrence sang, and because it was just that, they made it super eerie. It wasn't like, oh, we're in a musical now. So it held a lot of weight because it was just the one, and it did what it needed to do, you know? This one, her whole thing is like she sings, which I get it. And I'm not saying it can't be in there more than once, but there are so many times that she's singing like these random songs that she's made up, and it doesn't hold weight anymore. I'm annoyed now. I don't want to hear another song. And you know what? I know that there's going to be another one because of the rate that they are in here. And so my fear is that it's going to be cringy in the movie because it's honestly cringy in the book. Outside of that though, it is surprising me like where the storyline is going. I was not expecting the games to turn out the way that they did. So now I'm like super interested to see what happens next. Also, I have a 30-minute break every day, and on my break I eat my lunch and I read my book. So I've been reading King of Battle and Blood on my lunch breaks. And today there was a sneaky little spicy scene, and you know, it just was not the vibe to read that at work today. So I skipped past it. So it looks like I read more pages than I did, but like, I don't know, I'm not really pressed about it. But just keep that in mind, give or take a few pages, you know? But yeah, that's my update so far on how things are going. This is pretty typical. I don't always have an audiobook to listen to and from work every day, but when I do, and I'm in the car, I'm probably listening to it. Or like in the mornings, like while I was getting ready, I'll either listen to music or my audiobook or podcast or whatever. So all of that is to say that I'm getting through Songbirds and Snakes. I'm getting through it. So honestly, I'll probably finish it in the next day or two. And besides all the song stuff, I'm honestly really liking it. But I am so hungry. And to be honest, pretty brain dead. So, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if I get anything else done. But, not gonna force it. So. As you guys saw, I could not sleep last night. So I got up at like 3 and I read for a little bit, which wasn't very productive because I wasn't really retaining any of it, and then I went back to bed. And then this morning I woke up pretty easily, which is rare, and I'm sure it'll hit me later. But I went to the gym instead of reading because that's really all I had time for. And now that I'm on my way to work, honestly, I really don't want to read at all. I just want to listen to a podcast or music. And so it's gonna be one of those mornings, but I'm so excited about today. I'm going to, I don't even know what to call it, a book signing, book tour, whatever, from Mona Awad, and she wrote Bunny, and that's like one of my all-time favorite books. And she's coming out with a new book, and she's coming to Nashville, and I got a ticket for it, and I'm going by myself. I'm just so excited. But I'm going after work, and I'm doing like a week in the life, couple days in the, I don't know what it's gonna be yet, vlog, and I'm gonna have it in there. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to film, but we'll see. Not that that's really super relevant to this video, but just to say, I will be occupied with other things today. Probably won't get much reading done. Happy Tuesday! Okay, I'm on my way to my thing. I forgot that me and my friends are meeting up tomorrow to talk about the book that we picked to read this month together, which is King of Battle and Blood. Haven't finished it. I only have like 40 pages left, so hopefully I'll just sit down and like get through the whole thing and be prepared for tomorrow. Didn't think about that this morning when I was like, I don't feel like reading today. I will be reading today. Oh my god, I was supposed to turn there. No, I'm supposed to turn here. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go.
Paper cups of weak tea. I go there twice a year, which is the most I can afford.
Okay, my hope was to finish King of Battle and Blood on my break. Did that happen? No. But I only have like 15 pages left, and the girls are coming over to talk about it in like 30 minutes, so I'm gonna clean up a little bit and read that. But I'm kind of pissed because I was obsessed with the book for like the first half of it, and then the reveal was so dragged out and obvious, and I had seen it before in a different book series that I also didn't finish, and I was just like, I was so ready for the second half of the book to be over, which is so disappointing. So I'm excited to see what they have to say about it. Anyways, all of that to say, I'm finishing it today. And I'll probably finish Songbirds and Snakes either today or tomorrow too. I have like an hour of it left to listen to. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna read next. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I updated you guys. I went to the book signing. It was incredible. Thinking I'll probably start that book next. Or maybe Six of Crows. So many options.
Chili peppers.
Okay, I'm leaving work and I'm going to a movie. And since I finished both of my books yesterday, I was like, what am I gonna read on my break? Because I always read on my break. So I started that book of short stories that I got. It's by the same author that wrote Tender as the Flesh. And to be honest, jury is still out if I like their writing or not. Because I got to the second one and was really thrown. And if it wasn't for the last like couple sentences of how that short story ended, I feel like I probably would have just been like, nah, never mind. So we'll see. And it's like, it's short stories, so maybe I'll just get through all of them so fast and then but like, I don't know. I'm not having very positive feelings about it at this current moment, we'll say that. And then also, I didn't do a ton today at work. It was super chill of a day, which I love that. Because the past couple days have been honestly super stressful, so needed today. So since I was just kind of doing like busy work today, I was like, okay, well, I need something to secretly read on my Kindle while I staple things together all day. So while I was in Greenville, South Carolina, the first time that I went, I was in a book slump and I was trying to find out what to read, and I started School for Good Mothers, and I honestly did really like the beginning, and by like the beginning I mean I read 5 pages of it and was like, cool, but I stopped reading it because I was in a slump. So I restarted that today while I was at work, and it is starting off very interesting. What a flawed main character. So I'm hooked, I'm interested. If you're stapling things and printing things all day, I would recommend giving it a read. But anyways, I'm headed to see a movie in the park. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling. Bye. Actually, no. Wait, let me be real for a second. This is so stereotypical of me, and I really couldn't care less at this moment. But I still have ice cream, a glass of water, full glass of wine. And I just had Taco Bell for dinner. I started my period and I am angry at everyone. It's Friday. I'm ready to decompress. I've already sat here and read one of these short stories. It was pretty mid, to be honest. I'm so sorry. I'm honestly not loving it, but what I am loving is that I can finish it really fast, so who cares if I don't love it? Oh my gosh, but tomorrow's the last day because I started on Sunday. Anyways, now that I have like a regular schedule, it feels like I have a lot less alone time. What was I saying? Oh, originally I wanted to do like wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. every day to read, the week challenge, set me on a good schedule of waking up super early. But I had somebody comment, thank you by the way, I'm gonna put it up here because amazing. I feel like so many YouTubers are full-time YouTube, which is amazing. That's like the dream. Love that for you guys. But I feel like it's also so interesting and like holds value to see something a little bit more realistic. And then on top of that, like also I would love to stress this is not realistic, because even though I have a full-time regular job, this is also what is obvious to me now, like my entire personal life. And I also will go out of my way to like read at work on my break, or like if I have a free moment or whatever. So it's like, please don't compare how much you're reading to anybody else, because genuinely, like, do things that make you happy. Right now, all I want to do is stay at home and enjoy time by myself. And so like I'm grasping for books because that gives me that time. Sorry, this is like a weird little rant that I'm going on. Anyways, I'm gonna sit and drink my glass of wine and eat my ice cream and read my book and decompress and have a good time. So this morning, so happy, so excited, got to sleep in. I was thinking like, I'm gonna go for a walk and I'm gonna get a coffee and I'm gonna read and be cozy. I remembered I have a wedding to go to today. And of course I have like the worst pimple I've had in so long. Naked appearance. It is a realistic week. Stats are in. So I've got the overall counts, but I've also kind of separated it in a way that I hope makes sense. So let's just start with the day. On Sunday, I read 96 pages. So of this 96, 28 was a physical book and 68 was from audio. Monday, I read 131 pages, 51 of those were physical, and 80 were from audio. Tuesday, I read 52 pages, 15 were physical, and 37 were from audiobooks. Then Wednesday, I read 149 pages, 23 were physical, and 126 were from audiobooks. So that day I finished my audiobook, and the rest of them, it's just physical. So Thursday I read 28 pages, Friday I read 53, and Saturday I read 27. So total audiobook and physical books, which I'm including Kindle and physical books. This week I read 528 pages. And of that, 217 were physical and 311 were from audiobook. So with just normal life stuff going on, no particular thing outside of needing to finish that one book for my book club, nothing crazy going on. But also, you know, take it with a grain of salt, because this week I feel like I've read nothing, but on average, I read about 75 and a half pages each day. But if you take the audiobook out of that and average it out, I read around 31 pages a day. So if you guys liked it, let me know if you want me to do another one of these. I'm definitely considering doing like a variation of this. So if you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments, because a comment is kind of what led to this video. But yeah, that's it. Have a good week. Bye.